Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And it's been a long time since I've been behind the table, all on my own. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to all our guests over the last couple of months. I think it was June I last did a behind the table on my own show. So yes, thank you to all our guests. We've had quite a few new guests, but also our veterans. No, I don't want to say veterans. That sounds really old, doesn't it? Our regulars on BMTV. Thank you to you all. It's always far, I've said this before, it's always far nicer for me to be standing here and have somebody standing there because it's just more fun. Instead, when I'm doing this kind of show, you don't see it, but believe it or not, I actually rehearse this 4 or 5 times. It's not exactly the same. I don't rehearse it word for word. In fact, I didn't say this in any of the rehearsals, but you still got to give it a go. You still got to get things in the right order and all of that. It's much more fun having somebody else. So thank you to all our previous guests over the last couple of months. Now, summer, how's it been? Have you had a good summer? Have you been having fun, enjoying this beautiful summer weather? We've had a few nice days, I think. I think we've had a few nice days, but it has been a bit naff. So I guess trips to the cinema, watching box sets on TV has been something that maybe you might have done. Actually, I went to the cinema the other day. It was 4:30 in the afternoon. My head was a bit fuzzy, so I just wanted to go and sit in a dark room. And I don't like going to the cinema when a film is new. I like to go when it's been in the cinema for 3 or 4 weeks and there's hardly anybody in there. So I went there, had the whole row to myself, and I went to it was a very, very interesting film. It wasn't a very interesting film. It was Meg 2 with Jason Statham. And Jason Statham played Jason Statham. It's hard to say that. Played himself as he does in all of these. And there were big sharks and monsters and people just blowing up and killing and all of that. Just a pretty standard kind of show, but the big sharks were great. Anyway, I went to watch that, and it was really nice to watch that. I really enjoyed it. But also, I've been watching on Now From. Have you watched that? It's sort of Now/Sky. From, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it all the way through because it's a bit like Lost. It doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. It goes somewhere and you think you're getting close to something and then it just goes off somewhere else. Anyway, I digress a little bit. I should be talking about stuff, shouldn't I? A few things I need to tell you about. First thing is, it's a bank holiday on Monday. So if you do need to order anything for the weekend or for Monday, do it now, today, the day of release, Thursday, and then you can get that on Friday. If you order it tomorrow, it's not going to be delivered to you until Tuesday in all likelihood. We are closed on Monday. We're back open as normal on Tuesday, although there is a chance I will be in the office on Monday. Sad. Not really sad. It's quite nice to come in when there's nobody else around. So, yes, we're closed on Monday. Out of stock things back in stock now. There's a couple of things I want to tell you about. The easels, the white antique easels, they have been very popular. They've been out of stock for a while. They are now back in stock. And of course, High Shine. High Shine has been out of stock everywhere for ages. So that is back. I don't know if you saw the social post that Vicky put out. I think it was on Instagram Reels. Put out a couple of weeks ago, and it was a bunch of balloons that she tied onto the fence with High Shine and a bunch of balloons that she tied on the fence without High Shine. And within minutes, you can see the difference. The High Shine really does make a massive difference. So if you are particularly putting balloons outside, High Shine is the way to go. Now, we've got a couple of offers at the moment. 2 offers on at the moment. Not 1, 2. The first one is Qualitex Bubbles. 20% off all Qualitex bubbles for the month of August. So you've only got to the end of this month for that one, but 20% off. If you have not used Qualitex bubbles, give it a go. Now is a really good opportunity. There's 2 types. There's one that is a bubble like this. So these are standard bubbles. These have valves. You inflate these with helium or air, and they have a valve and they automatically close. Now the other type of bubble is called a deco bubble. And they're the ones that are really popular. Well, the 2 main ones are 20-inch and 24-inch deco bubbles. And they really led the way for people creating a lot of their own businesses. A lot of people's businesses a few years ago were built on the back of Qualitex bubbles. Do you remember lots of people putting confetti inside balloons, putting feathers inside balloons, all with Qualitex bubbles at the time? Absolutely great balloons. And if you use helium, they have the longest helium float life, longer than foil balloons. They just stay inflated for ages. And if you fill them with air, they are going to stay inflated almost forever. So really, really good quality balloons that are very, very versatile. I think we did a BMTV one time where we put paint inside, squidged it around and inflated it, and you've got a unique design balloon with sort of blobs and things all over it on the inside. So there's loads that you can do with Qualitex bubbles. So if you haven't used them, give them a go. 20% off until the end of, I know they said October, August. We're in August. It's still summer, August. Now, the second offer is these Gemma shiny balloons. If you're watching this on the day of relief, day of release, we are actually filming at a Gemma event. Gemma are a new brand of latex balloons to the UK, relatively new, came during COVID. Although I think they've been around a little bit longer than that, but just not in the mainstream. Really having a go at the UK market. You're going to see them everywhere. They're going to do really well in the UK market. They're good quality balloons, and they are a fantastic brand. The big thing is their eco credentials. They are amazing. You can find out a lot more on the Gemma website about their eco credentials. Anyway, the offer is 15% off all shiny balloons. So they're called Gemma shiny balloons. 15% off all of those until the 18th of September. So again, if you've not used Gemma balloons, no, particularly the shiny ones, it might be a good opportunity to give them a go and see what you think. Now, let's talk about some stock, shall we? I'm going to start with the balloons behind me. To start with, the classic Qualitex pumpkin head super shape. So that is fantastic. Been around for a while. I quite like this cute little guy. This is a scary cat. Is it a scary cat? Witch's cat, something like that. But that's quite funky. It's quite a small balloon and still floats with helium, which is great. Then over here we have a Clears balloon from Anagram, but it's a printed one that says Happy Halloween on it. So we've obviously got the Clears balloons that are clear, and now we've got these printed ones as well. But my favourite balloon here, and one I've got to tell you about, is exclusive to Balloon Market. And I know that for a fact because we designed that here in-house. So Amy, our graphic designer, designed this, and James, one of Amy's team, wrote this poem. I'm going to read the poem out to you. Where are my glasses? They're not on my head. Okay. Do you like my new glasses? Got them a few weeks ago. I'm Santa's little eyes and ears, here to bring you Christmas cheer. I'll report to Santa on Christmas Eve, so you best be good before I leave. And these are obviously designed, you put the name there of the child, and it says direct from the North Pole. And obviously that is for, is it the last day of November, I think? And that's when people deliver their elves. Ta-da, little elves, naughty elves, in the bucket here, in the Halloween bucket. So we've got loads of different elves this year. I just had 7 pallets delivered yesterday. Elves, elf accessories, elf bottles, all of that, and they obviously go with that balloon. So exclusive to Balloon Market, get them while we have them, because once they're run out, they're run out. We're not going to have any more manufactured. So yeah, get them while you can. Right, let's look here. It is very Halloween heavy. So, but there are a few other things, so we'll get to it. We're going to start over here. Now these, I don't know if these are cardboard or papier-mâché or, well, I'm not too sure. Anyway, they're in the shape of pumpkins. And what these are for is deco patch. So you basically put glue on and you put these little bits of paper, different designs on, and you just keep doing that and layer it all up and you get a beautiful design. And these are the pumpkin ones, but we've got all sorts. We've got different animals. I think we've got elephants and all sorts, little ones. So we've got those. This Halloween bucket, better than your traditional bucket, I think. I think that's quite nice. So for trick-or-treaters. Now down there, if you've got kids, you've probably come across these sort of things. Gel clings, they're the things that are just made of jelly and they stick to windows or stick to shiny doors and that sort of stuff. So you can put those on the inside of your windows, space them out as you like. Yeah, and it says Happy Halloween. It's got a spider, a pumpkin, and a witch's hat there. We've got the napkins here. These are, they kind of match the cat there, the witch's cat. And then from Hootie, they're from Party Deco. From Hootie Baloo, we have that banner. And then we've got loads and loads and loads of Halloween, I have to tell you. I was just on the website before I came in here to film this. And I was scrolling down Halloween thinking, blimey, how much have we got? We've just got tons and tons. So I've got a whole bunch over there that I couldn't fit on the table. But anyway, so go to the Halloween section, you'll see everything we have. But also the Christmas section as well. I did exactly the same. We've got even more on the Christmas section. It's just absolutely amazing how much we've got. But let me tell you something. I'm going off piste a little bit here. We've taken on a bit more space in the warehouse in the corner, and we've been optimizing, moving things around, and our dried flowers and our artificial flowers, they were all over the place in the warehouse. Didn't matter because the way we picked them, it was with the scanners. It didn't really matter where they were. But now we've got the extra space. Katie in the warehouse and her team, who locate all the products, all the new products, she's been consolidating everything. And I was amazed, I say, at how many artificial and dried flowers we have. Have a guess. I should make that the question of the week. How many, no, I'm not going to make that the question of the week. How many artificial flowers do you think we have? Flowers and green stuff? Over 440. I was shocked. And dried flowers, we've got over 120. Absolutely shocked. Could not believe it. Anyway, so you can go on the website and have a look at all of those. Anyway, back to this. I do apologise. This black coffin grazing board I think is awesome. So it's basically just a black tray, and the picture there, we should get a close-up on it on the screen. It's just, you put the food there for the party and whatever, but on the picture they've put a Halloween skeleton. And the thing that Alex pointed out to me that I thought was really actually quite gross, as he put it, all the meat in the middle has been folded up, so it just looks like the guts. It's quite gross, but quite funny as well. I quite like it. So yes, Halloween, that's also from Hootie Ballou. Down here we have a few dies, cutting dies from Sizzix. Now, if you're not too sure what the Sizzix machine is, we sell the Sizzix machine, and it is for cutting out shapes, and you can do whatever you want with the shapes. If you watched the BMTV we did a couple of years ago when we visited Bubblegum Balloons, you would have seen one in action. And what they do, they cut all their confetti out using one of these Sizzix machines, and they're cutting dies, so these sort of things. These are obviously ones that can be used for autumn or Halloween. But just to point out, you don't get these things actually in there. You get the dies that cut these shapes out. And then you can cut card, you can cut whatever you want using those dies. So we've got those Halloween-y ones there. I'm going a bit all over the place, I do apologise. But we've got a cross stitch here that is a pumpkin spice latte. Dante in the office tried the whole cross-stitch thing the other day. Apparently it took her hours to get somewhere not very far down the line. But you'll get better, Dante. You will get better. A couple of Halloween balloons from Qualitex, couple of Halloween balloons from Anagram, and I'm going to scooch past this. Here, I like these. These are our napkins. I've put these boxes in the wrong place. These are napkins, and they are spell book napkins. But what I like about them, they're not actually that shape. They're that shape. They're just half the size, but they're just packaged in that way. I think that's really funky. I really like that. Something a little bit different. And then over here, we've got, I love this. This is a skull soy candle kit. It looks like chocolate. I'd love a white chocolate skull like that. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But that is, kit in there. You get everything you need to make a candle. I think we should make one of those. Charlotte, can you do this, please, next time? You're doing something. Can we do that and record it for social media? You might have seen Charlotte do something on, I don't know if it was on Reels or on TikTok, but we had this. She did this pumpkin, fabric pumpkin kit, and she made that and did a reel on that the other day. And here it is. Look at that. So if you're looking for a different texture on your pumpkin or Halloween display, you can do that. Yeah, it was quite fun doing that. And then we've got a crochet kit over there again with pumpkins. And I think that's all Halloween. I think I've got all Halloween. Yep. So we're going to come over here and look at these new Calisan brands, new Calisan colours. I'm going to need my glasses again. Did I say the new glasses? Huh? So we've got deep red, we've got plum, and we have clay pink. So they're the newest colours from Calisan. Calisan are doing a really good job getting the colours that people want, getting them in there, getting them quick, and they're brilliant. So very, very popular. And then down here, we have that balloon waffle. You can see the balloon waffle, that is from Oak Tree. And again, Vicky did a social media post a couple of weeks ago. Might have been more than that, actually. It might have been 4 or 5 weeks ago. And they are basically balloons that are 3 feet by 3 feet in that waffle shape. And you can make a wall out of them. So if you've got 2, it's 6 feet by 6 feet. And Vicky did it. I think she did an arch over it, if I remember rightly. But we've got different colours. colours, and we've got the single colours, not just that multicolour one. Now, a couple of bubbles here, still included as well, even though they're new bubbles, on the 20% offer until the end of the month. So they're from Qualitex. Now, this little guy, in fact, we've got quite a few of these, I have to be honest. We've got these stacking boxes, very, very popular a few years ago, but we ordered a lot, so we've still got quite a few left. And we just want the space in the warehouse. So what we've done, we've discounted them hugely, but they're really funky, aren't they? Look, they're really funky. I can't tell you what the price is because we are trade only, so I don't want to put it out there to the public, but they are stupidly cheap. I mean, stupidly cheap. So if you think you could use these either in a display or you just want to use them for presents for yourself, this is going to be cheaper than going to Card Factory, honestly. It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, we've discounted them by 50%. That's 50%. Anyway, we've got loads of those. Get them while they're still available. Oh, this is a bottle, just a water bottle. It's just like most water bottles now. It's metal, whatever. But we sell these now. And the reason we sell these is so you can personalize them. So if you are doing a gift for somebody's birthday, and it's little Johnny's birthday, then you can just put his name on there, little Johnny, or whatever his name is, or her name. So they're quite good. And then last but not least, these few bits in the middle, back to school. Oh, the little tykes are going back to school in September, aren't they? So we've got a couple of back to school balloons for you. But of course, the best part of going back to school is the stationery, isn't it? Stationery or stationery? Stationery. And I know I've had these on BMTV before, just because I love them. These pastel highlighters, they're brilliant. Pastel highlighters. Who has pastel highlighters? We do. They're here. And then over here we have some little pens. We've got loads of pens and different coloured pens and different effects and things. So just go to balloonmarket.co.uk and check out the pens there as well if you want to. And last but not least, this packet here, these are little notebooks, 3 little notebooks. So if you want your children to go back to school or your customers' children to go back to school with trendy little notebooks, there they are. And that's it. Whew. It's quite hard work, doing it on my own, quite hard work. Anyway, question of the week. And I seriously want people to answer this week. I know sometimes people don't, but I think most people are going to have an opinion. What box set should I watch next? What would you recommend? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Nothing to do with anything that we actually do. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, please do, and hit the little bell icon, and that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Stay happy, stay positive, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye.